football playoff is here. The long regular season has all been building to this. And now, first-round games and home field settings. This place is going to be rocking. This is Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Stadium, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the national champions from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the runner-up in last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Hermstreet. The playoff is here, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get this going. Team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start at the 25. Time has arrived. The college football playoff set to get underway as 12 teams begin that long battle on the road to the national championship. This is Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Stadium, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, last season's national champions, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the runner-up in last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Hermstreet. The playoff is here, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Second down, they're going to throw it. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They finally get him down, but it's a chunk play through the air.
My gosh, this receiver is outstanding. A huge play for this Florida State offense. And I tell you, you and I have been coming into Tallahassee a long time. We've seen some great receivers. Guys like Johnny Wilson, most recently, a big, tall target. Anquan Bolden could do everything. Maybe one of my favorite players of all time, Peter Warrick. And going back to Fred Biletnikoff, played, of course, at Florida State.
Receiver in motion now. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the Seminoles will crank up the tempo.
Well, that was definitely not what they had in mind, but look at this. Here comes the tempo again, undeterred by the tackle for a loss.
He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Boy, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. It's a short completion of the tight end. And moves the football to the 27 and a first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get them off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
And the Noles pick up enough yardage for a first down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's an out route, the catch made. Tackle made after a big gain. It'll be first and goal at the 7.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. This offense comes out immediately, gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback was caught in between. Should I hand it off? Should I pull it and make the throw? Ends up getting some positive yards, but I think they missed a chance for a bigger gain.
Offense getting set. It's second down. From the shotgun, drops back. Pulls it in. It's Washington. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Nice grab. It's Hill. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
That completion makes it second and medium. Here's the handoff. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quick completion to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The Longhorns will have 1st and 10 here. Handoff to the single back. He's past the marker and still going. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and a first down.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. The sure hands. It's Butler. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
That's reeled in. It's Butler. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. As we break for the quarter, Florida State is on top. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quick throw to the right. It's caught. Breaking free at the 35. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Tight end goes in motion. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Grab behind the line. It's Welch. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
2nd down after that completion. Here comes a handoff. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Look out, room to run here. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Knowles.
Heck of a job here on that combination block to open this hole up. You know, when you have 5 blockers that can work as one unit, that's as good as there is in college football and a very underrated aspect of any great team.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Texas, 0. Texas.
Returner choosing to field this one. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finally decides to take a deep shot down the middle. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on 1st down, but missed it.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the 2nd half.
2nd down after that previous play. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Caught near the sideline. It's Hill. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
The back catches it on this play. To me, he almost looks like a wide receiver on the design. A little toe tap at the end. He's definitely been practicing that technique during practice.
Third down upcoming after that completion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. Touchdown, Texas. A much-needed counterpunch delivered. What you taught on defense, Kirk, don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right call.
Offense begins at the 40 after that penalty. Split backfield here. The back's got it. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on 1st down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
The game makes makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Good.
Here by the quarterback putting that ball in the air where the receiver can make a play on it. And I tell you, Florida State has had some great receivers over the years, and this kid is really living up to that.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. And looking to throw now on first down. That's caught. It's Johnson. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain on the pitch and catch.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Noles hustle to the line to run that hurry up. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And 2nd down and goal now for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. Second down and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line. Not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing, doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
21, Texas.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. First down, looking to throw the football. On the move now. Fires it on the move. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy, because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
First down here for this offense. Motion now from the tight end. First down, looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Chris, that quarterback seemed to be back there forever waiting to find somebody open. He should have just thrown it away or just taken off. Instead, waiting all that time allows the defense to get to him. They come up with a sack.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. The pass rush closing in. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Returner brought down by the coverage team. So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He escapes the pocket. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. The quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
They're going to run it. Matt gets the carry. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. The Seminoles will have to punt this one away. And this punt heads toward the sideline. Doesn't travel very far. And the punt goes out of bounds. They'll spot it around the 40. Start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
One more play before they head to the locker room. Out of the shotgun, will hand it off. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The ground game ineffective in the first half. Let's see if they stay patient or look to open up with the pass game. The quarterback looking to scramble.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Receiver makes the catch.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws. Those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to chuck it again. Grab near the sticks. It's Butler. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Longhorns pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Moves out of the pocket. Breaks free. Slides down to avoid the tackle. Longhorns looking to run some tempo here.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
And it's a bunch formation. Looking to pass this time. He's running out of time here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
QB keeper all the way. One down, but it's enough to convert on third down and set them up first and goal at the 10.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Here we go, first and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. The pocket breaking down. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Boy, what was the quarterback thinking here? You're inside the 10-yard line. You got a chance to put points up on the board. You can't just randomly throw the ball into coverage like this.
And they punch it in. 3rd and goal on the 12th play of this drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking to scramble. Touchdown, Longhorns. As the QB fights his way into the end zone. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he makes the catch in the end zone. The 2-point try gets them within a field goal now. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Running out of time in the pocket. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
And the Seminoles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quick throw to the left side. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
Boy, what a call here by the offensive coordinator. Dialed it up perfectly. The play looked like it had a chance for a big gain. Unfortunately, the quarterback off on the accuracy, put that ball too far out in front of the receiver.
2nd and 10 following the incompletion in the 37. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Delivers quickly to the left side. What a catch! They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42.
Boy, another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a 1st down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wenke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward, and so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's caught inside the 15, still running. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Florida State. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Texas.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. Play of the drive now from the 25. 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking deep downfield to the left. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. On the move now. Back-to-back deep shots. Makes the grab and keeps the foot in bounds. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. Great play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Defense is coming after him. Got a man open, hits him right in stride. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. As we break for the quarter, Florida State is on top, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets while we have a chance. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They open the 4th by going to the air. He escapes the pocket. Fights off a defender. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for 6. He's got it right near the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on 3rd down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off of that nice play.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Touchdown, Texas. The comeback is on. Now to try here for the extra point.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that 2nd level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Seminoles offense comes back on the field. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
It's 2nd and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down to the 45, but a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Well, a big part of the reason, Chris, we've seen this offense be able to build a lead is because of the way they've mixed up the run with the pass. Back-to-back plays, positive yards. I love that they're keeping an aggressive mindset, even working with a lead.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker, a collision of big bodies there.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, good push up front here, and this back, I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
And the Knowles pick up enough to get a first down there. Leaning on the run game here.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. It's a run. Running back's got it. First down, looking for more now. Touchdown, Knowles. Way too much speed on that play.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Texas.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Takes the field. Their championship dreams not quite dead yet, but it's desperation time. They've got to get something going right now. Throws to the tight end. He's got it with room to run. He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game. The Longhorns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
With the catch, it's Washington. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Pressure is coming. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. He reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. Moves out of the pocket. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Second down and 10 after the incompletion from the 23.
Let's go.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Bringing pressure. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year, he's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
The offense begins this drive, backs to their own goal line, set up at the 3. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. He'll be stuffed right there at the 3. They don't pick up any breathing room.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Breaks into the clear. And the junior with some excellent work after making the catch.
Chris, that could maybe be the play of the game. 3rd down late in a game like this, you got a quarterback that can deliver for you. He puts it on the money. They get the first down, and you keep that clock moving.
First down here at their own 42. One big play has really set the tone here for a productive drive. Working clock with the ground game. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really